Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to discuss about Java useful keywords and array in Java and static block in Java. I hope you will definitely enjoy this video. So without any further delay, let's get started. Now the first thing we're going to discuss about is Java useful keywords. There are four useful keywords that we are going to discuss. These are given below: final keyword, static keyword, this keyword, and super keyword. So let's discuss each keyword one by one in the next upcoming slides. Now the first keyword we are going to discuss is final keyword in Java. It is used to make a variable as a constant, restrict method overriding, restrict inheritance. It is used at variable level, method level, and class level. In Java language, final keyword can be used in following ways: final keyword at variable level, final keyword at method level, final keyword at class level. This is the diagram that shows the use of final keyword in Java. Please note this diagram. This is very important diagram. Next one is final at variable level. Final keyword is used for make a variable as constant. This is similar to the constant in other language. A variable declared with final keyword cannot be modified by the program after initialization. This is useful to universal constants such as pi. Here is the program that shows the use of final at variable level. Here we have main class, which have main method, and we have a int type age variable having the value 32, and it's declared with the final keyword. After that, if you again try to initialize this age variable and try to print that value, it will shows an error, and the error would be cannot assign a value to final variable age equals to 32. So that's how final at variable level works. Next one is final keyword at method level. It makes a method final, means that subclass cannot override this method. The compiler checks and gives an error if you try to override the method. When we want to restrict overriding, they make a method as final. Example of final keyword at method level are shown in the next slide. This is the example. Here we have employee class, which have final void display method, and after that we print that value hello good morning. And another class is class developer extend employee void display. Here again we print the value how are you, and again the class final demo public static void main string argument. After that we create the object of developer, but in this method it shows an error because final method cannot be overridden, so it restricts the method overriding, so that's why it shows an error. Final keyword at class level, it makes the class final, meaning that the class cannot be inherited by other class. When we want to restrict inheritance, then make class as final. Example of final keyword at a class level is this: final class employee int salary equals to 100. There is another class developer that extends the employee class, again void show, and then system.out.println hello good morning. There is again a class final demo. We can create the developer method and also the developer method object, but if the class is final, you cannot extend that class. That means you cannot inherit that class to from parent to child. So that's why we can. That's why it shows an error. Now the next keyword is static keyword at class level. So static keyword in Java is useful mainly for memory management. It is used with variables, methods, blocks, and nested class. It is a keyword that is used to share the same variable or method of a given class. This is used for the constant variable or a method that is the same for every instance of a class. The main method of class is generally Label static. Let's start with static keyword in Java. Static keyword at class level. No object need to be created to use static variable or class static method. Just put the class name before the static variable or method to use them. A static method cannot call a non-static method. In Java language, static keyword can be used for following: variables, also known as class variable; method, also known as class method; blocks; and nested class. Static variables. If any variable we declared as static is known as static variable, a static variable is used to fulfill the common requirements. For example, the company name of the employee, the college name of student, etc. The name of the college is common for all the students. The static variable allocates memory only once in the class area at the time of class loading. Advantage of static variable. Using static variable, we make our program memory efficient. That means it saves memory. When and why we use static variable? Suppose we want to store record of all employees of any company. In this case, employee ID is unique for every employee, but company name is common for all. When we create a static variable as a company name, then only one memory is allocated. Otherwise, it allocate a memory space each time for every employee. Here is the syntax for declaring static variable. This is public static variable name semicolon, and syntax for declaring static method. This is public static void main method name and braces. After that the statements and the closing braces. Syntax for access static method and static variable. Syntax class name dot variable name equals to 10. That means initialize value. Class name dot method name semicolon. Then the example public static final double pi equals to 3.1415 value, and public static void main string argument, and after that parenthesis open and the statements and parenthesis close. Difference between static and final keyword. Static keyword always fix the memory. That means that it will be located only once in the program. Whenever final keyword always fix the value. That means it makes variable value constant. Static method in Java. If you apply static keyword with any method, it is known as static method. A static method belongs to the class rather than the object of a class. It can be invoked without the need for creating an instance of a class. It can access static data members and can change the value of it. Example of static and non-static method. Here we have class A, which have a method void function 1, which prints the value hello I am non-static, and again this is the static method void fun2, which prints the value hello I am static, and person class again, and public static void main string argument, and we can create the object of function class, and after that static method. Now the output would be hello I am non-static and hello I am static. Please note this example. It is very important example. This keyword in Java. This is a reference variable that refers to the current object. It is a keyword in Java language represent current class object. Usage of this keyword. It can be used to refer current class instant variable. This can be used to invoke current class constructor. It can be used to invoke current class method implicitly. It can be passed as an argument in the method call. It can be passed as an argument in the constructor called. It can also be used to return the current class instance. Why use this keyword in Java? The main purpose of using this keyword is to differentiate the formal parameters and data members of a class. Whenever the formal parameters and data members of the class are similar, then JVM get ambiguity, no clarity between formal parameters and members of the class. To differentiate between formal parameters must be preceded by preceded by preceded by preceded by this. This keyword can be used in two ways: this dot or this method. Now let's discuss this dot, which can be used to differentiate variable of class and formal parameters of method or constructor. This keyword is used for two purposes. They are: it always points to current class object whenever the formal parameter and data member of the class are similar, and JVM get an ambiguity, no clarity between formal parameters and data members of the class. This dot that differentiate between formal parameters and data members of the class. The data members of the class must be preceded by this syntax: this dot data member of current class not. If any variable is preceded by this, JVM treated that variable as class variable. Here is the example of this dot. Please note this example. Here we have class employee int id string name and employee int id string name. So here the variable, so we use this keyword in that variable, this dot id equals to id, this dot name equals to name, to differentiate from these two similar variables. So that's why we use this keyword, and the output of this is 111 Harry, 112 Jackie. Please note this. Now this method, which can be used to call one constructor within the another constructor without creating of object multiple times for the same class. Here is the syntax: this method value 1 or value 2. For this is for call a no parameter or default constructor, or call parameter constructor. This keyword used to invoke current class method implicitly. By using this keyword, you can invoke the method of current class. If you do not use this keyword, compiler automatically adds this keyword at time of invoking of the method. Here is the program. This keyword used to invoke current class method implicitly. Here class student void show void mask that shows, and after that public static void main string s. Then the compiler, in that case class void show same, but compiler can add this dot show itself, that means add by compiler to implicitly for the convenience of itself. Please note this. This is very important for the this keyword. This keyword, this is the example that's shown in the previous that we shown. So no need to explain it, and its output is you got A plus. Here we have void show system.out.println you got A, void marks this dot show. No need to use this here because compiler does it, so no need to use this here. So that's why you got A plus on output. Next one, we have super keyword in Java. Super keyword in Java is reference variable that is used to refer parent class object. Super is an implicit keyword created by JVM and supply each and every Java program for performing important role in three places: super keyword at variable level, super keyword at method level, super keyword at constructor level. Usage of super keyword in Java. Super can be used to reference immediate parent class instance variable. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class method. Super method can be used to invoke a immediate parent class constructor. This is the diagram that shows the usage of super keyword. Please note this diagram. This can be helpful for you. When needed of a super keyword, whenever the derived class is inherits the base class feature, there is a possibility that base class features are similar to derived class feature and JVM get an ambiguity. In order to differentiate between base class feature and derived class feature must be preceded by super keyword. Here is the syntax: super dot base class feature. Super keyword at variable level. Whenever the derived class inherit base class data member, there is a possibility that base class data members are similar to derived class data members and JVM get an ambiguity. In order to differentiate between data members of base class and derived class, in the context of derived class, the base class data member must be preceded by the super keyword. Here is the syntax. Note: if we are not writing super keyword before the base class data member name, then it will be refers as current class data member name and base class data member are hidden in the context of derived class. Here is the example of super keyword. Here we have class employee float salary equals to 1000 and class HR extend employee float salary equals to 20,000 and void display system.out.println. Here is salary equals to salary plus superclass print base class salary. Here when we print that salary, it's base class salary uh, because we use super keyword that there. That's why. Super keyword at method level. The super keyword can also be used to invoke or call parent class method. It should be used in case of method overriding. In other words, super keyword used when base class method name and derived class method name have same name. Example of super keyword at method level. Here we have student void message system.out.println good morning sir. Class faculty extend student void message. Here we can see the method name should be same system.out.println good morning student void display message and super dot message. After that student s equals to new student s dot display. So here good morning student first display and after that good morning sir display because we use super keyword. Example of super keyword at method level हो गया. In this example, student and faculty both classes have message method. If we call message method from a student class, it will call the message method of student class, not of person class, because priority of a local is high. In case there is no method in subclass as parent, there is no need to use super. In this example, we give below message method is invoked from student class, but student class does not have message method. So you can directly call message method. Super keyword at constructor level. The super keyword can also be used to invoke or call the parent class constructor. Constructor are calling from bottom to top and executing from top to bottom. To establish the connection between base class constructor and derived class constructor, JVM provides two implicit methods that are super method and super method. Super method. Super method is used for calling superclass default constructor from the context of derived class constructor. Here is the example of a super keyword used to call base class constructor. Please note this example. This is very important example. After that super method, it is used to call super class parameterized constructor from the context of deriving class constructor. So let's discuss array in Java. Array is a collection of similar type of data It is fixed in size means that you can't increase the size of array at runtime. It is a collection of homogeneous data elements. It stores the value on the basis of index value. Here is the diagram that shows the architecture of array inside the memory. Please note this diagram. This is very important diagram. Advantage of array. One variable can store multiple values. The main advantage of array is we can represent multiple values under the same name. Code optimization, no need to declare a lot of variables of same type data. We can retrieve and store data easily. Random access, we can retrieve any data from array with the help of the index value. Disadvantage of array. The main limitation of array is size limit. When we declare array, there is no chance to increase or decrease the size of an array according to our requirement. Hence, memory point of view, array concept is not recommended to use. To overcome this limitation in Java, introduce the collection concept. Types of arrays in Java. There are two types of array in Java: single dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. Array declaration. Single dimensional array declaration. Here is the syntax. There are the three ways that's shown in the syntax. Please note this with array declaration and 2D array declaration. There are 6 ways from where you can declare the array. Please note this syntax. This is also very important. Array creation. Every array in Java is an object, hence we can create array by using new keyword. Here is the syntax: int array equals to new int 10. The size of the array is 10, or int array equals to, you can define the value of the arrays also. Assessing array element. Assess the element of array by using index value of an element. Syntax: array is array name and -1. Example: array assess array element int array 10, 20, 30 and 40 system.out.println element of 4th place plus array, the value is 22. That's why it's the 20. Example of array: public class array. Example: public static void main string argument int array 10, 20 and 30. For loop int I 0, I less than array dot length I plus plus. Then we print the array I. That's why it's all prints the value and increase the value. So that's why 10, 20 and 30. Note: at the time of array creation, we must be specify the size of array, otherwise get and compile time error. For example, int a equals to new int, that is invalid. Int a equals to new int, size of the array is 5, that is valid. If we specify the array size as negative int value, then we will get runtime error. Negative array size exception, you should be note this. To specify the array size, the allowed data type are byte, short, int, character. If we use other data type, then we will get a compile time error. The maximum allowed size of array in Java is 21474834647. It is the maximum value of int data type. Length. Difference between length and length method. Length. It is a final variable and only applicable for array. It represents size of array. Example: int a equals to new int system.out.println a.length system.out.println a.length. When you use a.length only, then it shows the 10, but when we use a.length method, it shows the compile time error. This is the difference between the length and the length method. In the another example, we can discuss the length method. In the final method application only for string objects, it represents the number of characters present in the string. String s equals to Java system.out.println s.length method. It represents the number of characters in the string, and the number of characters in the string Java is 4. But when we use string.out.println s.length, there is a compile time error. Please note this difference. It is very important difference, and no one tell you that difference. Static block in Java. Static block is a set of statements which will be executed by JVM before execution of main method. At the time of class loading, if we want to perform any activity, we have to define that activity inside static block, because this block execute at the time of class loading. In class, we can't take any number of static blocks, but all these blocks will be executed from top to bottom. This is the diagram that shows the static block in Java. Here the static block is executed before the main block. This is the syntax of static block. Static braces start, then set of statement, then after completing the set of statement, then braces close. Note: in real-time application, static block can be used whenever we want to execute any instruction or statement before execution of main method. Run Java program without main method. Is it possible? Yes, is it possible? Class static demo, then static method, and then we system.out.println hello, how are you? So the output would be output hello, how are you? Exception in is thread main java.lang.no such method error in main. Always keep in note that exception in is thread main java.lang.no such method error main. Warning is given in Java 1.7 and its above version, but below these version there is no that kind of exception. So please note this. This is very important interview question. More than one static block in Java. You can also use more than one static block in Java. Class statics demo. There is a one static method, that is first static block, and another static block is this second static block, and after that public static void main string argument. This is main. After that, the main method. So first static block is executed. After that, second static block is executed. Then this is main method executed. After that, note that keep in mind here static block run according to their order sequence by from top to bottom. Okay. Why a static block execute before the main method? Now here is the question that you always trying to find out. A class has to be loaded in main memory. Before we start using it, static block is executed during class loading. This is the reason why a static block execute before the main method. So that is the reason why the static block is execute before the main method. So I hope you will clear that. So friends, that's all for today's topic. If you are new to our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And if you like our video, please share that video to your friends so that they all can take the advantage of this video. Till then, stay tuned with us. Thank you.